busy living sober, busy living sober, busy living sober. It's episode 394, and it is Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. How is everybody today? I am an hour late. This probably isn't going to go out till probably 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time because I've been just busy. It's that time of year, right? But I'm here to say happy Thanksgiving Eve. And if you are out there listening, I wish you and your family the best Thanksgiving. And by the way, if you like this podcast, please subscribe. Please press like. Please press whatever many stars. If you're listening to on Apple iTunes, go and give me some stars. Give me a review. Please. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe. So here we are on the eve of Thanksgiving, and you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, like I've been, and you don't have a moment to say, oh my gosh, what is this really about? What is this time that we've where we are in 2023? And we know about all the yucky stuff. We know about all that. We can watch the news if you want to, which I don't anymore. I don't even watch people that I like and that I liked before, because now it's all becoming, it's like even getting yuckier. So I'm even getting off certain social media sites because it's just too much. It's just too much. And I don't say that in a negative way, more in a way that I am trying to take care of myself. Do you understand? I'm trying to make sure that I'm okay, because if we're okay, then everybody around us is going to be okay. Because, and I don't mean that to be like, oh my God, we're all like God or whatever, but I just mean like, if we're okay in our heads and we at least fake it and we go, you know what, I'm going to be grateful for this moment. It's a very Buddhist way of thinking, is like, if I'm okay, then I'm going to be okay. If I'm okay, I'm okay. Then people can come to you with whatever's going on with them, and you're going to be okay because you're going to be grounded in today, in the moment. And you're like, how do I do that? There's many ways to get grounded. One way that I do now every morning, I never did this before. This is brand new for me. I had heard you can hug a tree, but also walking in the grass. Now, of course, I live somewhere where it's, 80 degrees almost all the time. So I can go outside and walk in the grass. I don't think you can do that right now in Maine, in Vermont, in Pennsylvania, in Colorado, maybe. I don't know. But getting outside in nature, go hug a tree, go touch a tree. That will do it. You don't have to take your shoes off and go walk in the grass, which is what I do in the morning. The other way you can do it is when you're in the shower and you take a shower, and obviously it's warm water. And then at the end of the shower, turn on the cold water and just put your hands in the cold water and your feet in the cold water, and it grounds you. It just gets you into the moment. It chills you out. You're like, oh, that was freezing. I want to get out of here. But it makes you alive, and it makes you grounded into the earth. And getting into where we are in this moment is it's like game changer for me. I am really working hard these days on trying to be in the moments, enjoying the ride, instead of hoping for this thing at the end of the ride, like looking for this prize. For so long in my life, I've always been searching for the prize. When is it going to be there? When am I going to get there? When am I going to get to that place where it's like, oh my gosh, you've gotten it. You're bingo. You have this life beyond your wildest dreams. Oh my God, everything's perfect. Haven't gotten there yet. But it's a journey. It's the journey. It's the waves. It's the ups, it's the downs. It's the ups, it's the downs. It's the ups, it's the downs. It's not reacting. It's going, I'm just on the journey. I'm not looking for the prize. I got to change that in myself, because I'm like, when am I going to hit this certain number of people liking my podcast? I've been doing this for 6+ years. When am I going to get what I want? I don't know. Maybe never. And that's okay. Because why am I doing this? Because if just one person out there is listening to me, doesn't have to feel alone. Doesn't have to feel alone. It doesn't have to feel like, oh my gosh, this time of year is hard. And I get it. It can be hard. It can be hard. I always think about the people that are by themselves, and the people that are newly sober, and people that have a lot going on in their lives, and people that have health issues, people who have family that has health issues. It's a lot. And I'm not going to take that away from you. But what I do want to give you is some positivity today. I want to give you some light. I want to give you some tools that are going to help you, who's listening, have a better day and realize that I can't really fix anything or anyone. No, I can't. That is God, your higher power, the divine, whatever you want to call it. That's their job. Your job is to be on this planet, and especially during these next couple of days, is being in these moments of joy, of watching children's faces that are going to be around you, um, telling stories, laughing, being light, being airy if you can. Maybe go find a joke book if you can. I know that I have these kids and I don't see them a lot anymore. I used to see them every single solitary day of their lives, and I used to feed them every day, and I used to make sure they were dressed every day, and now they have their own lives, and I'm so happy for them. But it can be hard to say, oh my gosh, they're going to their dads. I've been divorced forever and ever and ever, and they always go to their dads, and I don't know why, but at least when I was in Pennsylvania, I'd at least see them that day. But now, because I put so much distance between them and moved to Florida, I did that. I made that choice. They did not. And so I can't see them on certain holidays because it's too far away. They have to just fly here for a holiday. And I understand that's what my choice was. And not everybody wants to do what your choice is. And you're like, but my choice was for the best for me. And I understand that our choices are the best for us. And knowing that that's okay. You're like, what are you talking about? What I'm talking about is that when we make decisions that are sometimes hard, we don't even always think about it, everything when we make the decision. And that might be a decision that you are going to walk away from a relationship. That might be a decision that you are going to move to a different area. That might be a decision that you're going to give up alcohol. That might be a decision that you're going to do something that's going to change a lot of stuff in your life. You're going to decide that you want to do things differently. You want to change up your life. You want to have a different experience in life. And you are able to do that. The people around you might not be happy about it, but you can still love them. And you can say, I love you. And I know you don't understand my decision that I'm making, but I love you. And this is what I have to do for me. And using I words are so important instead of you. Like, I'm doing this because you and did you. That's not nice. No, we have to do it. I'm doing this for me. I am doing this to take care of myself. I have to show you my truth. It's kind of crazy. Lately, I don't know if you've noticed, but all these things, this light is showing all these truths around us. We're like, wait, what? If you're awake and you're watching it, you can see these things happening in your life. You're like, wait a minute, they just recounted votes there. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. They just showed that this person really is like this and not like that. And you're like, oh, really? Truths are coming. The truth is what sets us free. Being able to be honest and authentic is like what is like for me, it's like the game changer. When I was drinking, I was whatever you wanted me to be. If you wanted me to be the girl that was dressed to the nines and going and hanging out with all the fancy people, I can do that. If you want me to go hang out with the smoking lounge people, I can go do that. You want me to be a punker? I'm going to be a punk rocker. If you want me to be a rocker and a headbanger, I'll do that. You want me to go to a Grateful Dead show? Okay, I did that, but I didn't have that much fun. I have to be honest. But I didn't like the patchouli. That's just my thing. But I went. So I was what everybody else wanted because I didn't know who I was. I was like, who am I? What makes me tick? And the longer and the older I get, time takes time. Getting to 55 took time. It's taken time. It's had a lot of life experiences, a lot of sadness, but a lot of joy. And a lot of things that were like, wow, I didn't expect that to happen. And a lot of experiences that were like, oh my gosh, this has been a ride. This has been a ride. It's been a ride. And one of the things I learned being in a 12-step program is that, I can't regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. And I don't want to regret it. I can't regret anything that I did. I mean, I understand you look back and you're like, I wish I'd done something differently. But instead you get to go, I Things are different. Things are different than they used to be. And what I went through was tough, but I got through it. And I got through this other thing, and I got through this other thing. It's like amazing. It's like if I can't imagine if I went through life and it was just literally the same thing every day in and day out and day in and day out and day in and day out, day in and day out. And I understand that happens for some people, and that's their life, and they have that lifestyle. For me, it's been because I take chances and I take risks sometimes. The risk makes the reward so great, or it makes the heartache so much harder. It's you take risks and good things happen, but there might not be a good thing. And I think that if it isn't a good thing, I think we were meant to not have that good thing, because I think we needed to walk through that to learn something new, to change, to become, to pivot, to go a different direction, to walk through something that you're like, I can't stand this day. I can't stand my life, but I've got to keep going. Like, you have no option. So you keep walking and you keep going, and it isn't perfect, but you keep doing it. You do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. And sometimes it's the pivot. It's I'm going to drive out of my driveway, and instead of reversing and going to the left, I'm going to reverse and I'm going to go to the right. And I'm going to go see a different way on my journey today. I'm going to go look at different things. I'm going to bring a different recipe to the Thanksgiving than I normally do. I'm going to do something different. Maybe I'm going to make it with, instead of making it with, I don't know, make it more vegan or make it something different. Don't put nuts in it, or put nuts in it. Do something that's different, that makes it, gives it a little change, just a little baby change. I'm not asking for a humongous change, because humongous change, which I've done on numerous occasions, and the reason I've done enormous changes is because, let's face it, I get uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Let's make a change. Let's move. I moved 5 times in 5 years, or 6. I maybe lived in 6 houses. Oh, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Whatever it's been a lot. And I look back on this journey, and I left Pennsylvania in January of 2019. And here I am in 2023, Thursday, November 22nd. And I have moved a lot of times, because every time I get uncomfortable and I get to that place that I am like, okay, I don't like this. Let's go. We move. We move again. We move again. We move again. I'm not moving again. I mean, I can't say that I'm never going to move again, because that's probably not true, because my kids are going to end up somewhere and I'm going to probably want to be closer to them. But when I get uncomfortable, I move, and because it's the insides that makes us nuts, right? It's the insides that make us nuts. It's not the outside. We can blame it on everybody else outside of me. I can blame it on the neighbors. I can blame it on politicians. I can blame it on whatever, some person that lives in your community that you aren't crazy about. And you're like, I'm moving. I'm moving. At least that's what I've done. And it was all about me. It was me being uncomfortable, me not wanting to have those conversations that were uncomfortable, me not wanting to look at what it really was that got to me, what happened to me. I mean, I will tell you that, I did the move to Amelia Island. I do have to give myself a little credit there, because I had this feeling when we were buying that house that I was like, this is not it. This is not it. I knew it. It came over me like a huge rush waterfall. We all know instinctually what's going on and what's the right thing to do, but we sometimes don't do it, because we're like, nah, I got talked into this by this friend. I got talked into this by that friend. This family member said to do this, and this friend said to do that. But we know instinctually what we need to do if we get quiet and we listen. I listened that day. I looked at my husband and I said, we cannot live here. And he said, oh, yes, we are. Well, I think that's why this has been so hard. It's because I haven't been listening to what my insides say. And my insides say, stay, feel. It's not going to be that bad. Let's face it. There's nothing as bad as waking up in the morning going, who am I? What is looking back at me? This is horrible. Oh my gosh, that was hell on earth. This I can take. Bring it on. I can take this. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Nothing. I get sad. I get hurt. I don't think there's anything that bad. I say this and I run. I don't know if you guys understand that, but running away what, from what feels just so bad sometimes. I just want it to go away. I want the head to stop. I want the thoughts to stop. I want to just be. And on my journey, I've realized that there's other ways to get to just be besides running away. I have to feel them. I have to write things down. I write things down all the time. I was writing actually this morning before I even came on here. And I wrote down, I saw this thing. Speaking of social media, there's one thing I do like what people put up there at times. And I see things that I'm like, wow, what do I have to lose? I saw this thing with Dolly Parton, who I just love. Not only do I love Dolly Parton, but like a dear, dear, dear friend of mine gave me, what would Dolly do? Isn't that fun? I always light a candle before I do my podcast because it just gives me, again, I have water flowing over there and I have this and there's some sage, just what I do. And so Dolly Parton was on this clip on Instagram, this reel, and she says, what do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? I have a dream. I have a hope. And I'm scared that I'm not going to get it. But what if you don't? What if you don't get it? Are you going to keep going? Or are you going to quit? You can't quit before the miracle happens. You can't quit before the miracle happens. You can't let your self-doubt get you and take you away from the gift of where you are right now. You can't. If you have this dream and you have a bad day, don't give up everything because of this bad day. Get better. You're like, what do you mean get better? That's too hard. Get better. What do you mean? It means get into action. And you're like, what does that mean, action? I don't mean action like go run a marathon. I mean action like, all right, I'm going to go buy myself a candle. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get a journal and I'm going to start writing again. I might need to call somebody for help. I might need to call like a professional and say, can you help me? I need more tools in my toolbox than I have. Can you help me? There's coaches, therapist, psychiatrist, your doctor, your best friend, your nurse, the person at wherever you maybe go to church or synagogue. You can call somebody and you can say, this is where I am. I have to tell you that half of my problems are better just because I've told somebody about them. Because if I get someone else's perspective, they say to me, you know what, Elizabeth, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Look at it this way. And then you're like, oh my gosh, instead of having my small brain that does only thinks a couple things, and I'm not saying that in a self-deprecating way. It's like true. If I can only think a couple things, but if I have another set of eyes on it, I have another brain that can come and tell me, you know what, this is what I see. And so back to the Dolly Parton thing. So Dolly Parton was talking about, she goes, I just kept, and this, she was a lot younger in this reel. And she said, you know, what do I have to lose? I've been poor. I grew up with nothing. And look at what I just keep doing it. And I keep doing it. I keep doing it. And when it's supposed to happen, it will happen. And if it doesn't, I have faith. I mean, it's so, I was just reading, I have this new book also that Oprah wrote with this with this therapist. He's in neuroscience actually, and talking about trauma. And the beginning part of this book, and if you want to know what it's called, you can write me an email and I'll tell you what it's called because I want to see if I can get this person on the show anyway. But they talk about it in the preface. So you could even read this in Barnes and Noble. If you even go on Amazon, you were to look at this book, it tells you. And, Oprah Winfrey had a very, very, very rough life. And I'm not like a number one Oprah Winfrey fan. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm just not. She's another human being trying to do the best she can do. And but I don't put humans up here because you can't. And if you're listening to this, you're gonna be like, what? I'm like, you can't put other humans, like put them above you because they're human and they're fallible and they do things and they screw up. The only person you can look up to is a God. That's just sorry, but that's what I believe. You either call it the divine, you call it Jesus Christ, you call it just God, whatever you want to call it, just something bigger than you. And but Oprah in this book was talking about how when she was when she was young, she got beaten a lot and she kept going. What did she have to lose? She just kept going. She kept just putting one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, one foot. When everything's supposed to happen, it happens. And if you give up before that miracle happens, then you're gonna be kicking yourself. You'll be like, why did I give that up? Why did I give that up? I shouldn't have given up. I should have kept fighting for what I wanted and what I needed. And I know some days it's going to be hard. And when we're younger, I think especially in our 20s and 30s, maybe even 40s, we give up. We give up. I gave up on a marriage. It had to happen. It was what my journey was. I mean, I can't go back and change it. You know, my father of my kids, he had just had 10 years of recovery yesterday. And I was just like so happy for him. And I thought to myself, like, this journey has been amazing, amazing, amazing. And what happens from here, I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. I just keep doing this and keep doing this. And you're out there and you got to keep doing this. And you got to just be like thankful. Here we are. It's like Thanksgiving is all about gratitude. And it's not about the bigger car, the politics, the bad shit in the world, what's going on that you can't have no control over whatsoever. And somebody else has a different opinion than you, but who cares? Who cares? It's noise. It's noise to get you distracted. It's noise to take you out of your little bubble, your little vessel of yourself. It's a way to make you feel uncomfortable. It's a way to make you get angry. It's a real way to get you to react in a way that you won't be happy about. So guess what? You get a choice. I'm not going to react this year. I'm going to take a deep breath. If somebody says something, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm like, gosh, did you see those trees on the way in here? Did you see how the weather is just changing? Did you see it's been raining a lot? Isn't it crazy? Or look at wow. Did you hear about this story that's going on? A happy story. Find a happy story to tell on your Thanksgiving table. If everybody came and had a happy story to tell, it would be an amazing thing because people would walk away going, oh my gosh, I heard this story, or heard this joke, or I heard this, and it was so amazing. You talk about fun stories from when you were a child with your family, not negative stories that ended up negative that you know that your sister's going to be bugged about that you told this story, or your brother or your aunt or whatever. Tell things that are fun. Get happy. Enjoy. Enjoy. It's like there's so much to be joyful for, and we forget, especially when we're in darkness. And I don't want to go for the dark. We don't need to go for dark. I don't even wear black anymore. That's a lie. I wear black leggings when I do work out. I do wear black leggings, but I don't wear a lot of black anymore because it just doesn't feel comfortable. I like to wear, I've got a little brown on, but I don't like to wear black. I like to wear white with anything. And I like to wear bling. Look at me, I've got my bling on today. Wear something that makes you feel pretty, wear something that makes you feel happy, wear something that you're comfortable, and go with a story of happiness, of joy, of light. A happy story. We don't need all to be reminded about the negative all the time. We've got to like pull that away. And I mean, literally, if you want to go in front of yourself and just say, I'm pulling it away, I'm getting out of that negative stuff. I'm going to change. I'm just going to do it for today. I'm just for today. Maybe I'll do it again tomorrow. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to push it away. I'm going to tell you something else. I love the Macy's Day Parade. It is like my favorite thing ever. I've always loved it. It will always, I'm like a little kid. My kids don't even really like it. And then watch the dog show. I mean, those are fun things. They are harmless. There's no politics. It's just people entertaining us. They're going to stand in front, the Rockettes are going to stand in front of Macy's and they're going to dance and it's going to be fun. And they're going to play songs that we've always known since we were kids. They're going to be sung by people we have no idea who they are in weird different outfits, looking very whatever. That's up to them. They can do that. Just listen to the music. It doesn't have to be about the outfit or the crazy message that the person is saying. If they say anything, which I pray they don't, look for Santa. This is like the most magical time of the year. I love this time of the year more than anything because it's the spirit. It's the joy. It's the love. It's the Christmas lights. It's the Christmas tree. If you're Jewish, putting up you light your menorah. It's about being light today. It's not about being dark. How are you going to bring the light today? How are you going to be your best you? You're like, but I feel like shit. I can't be my best you. Yes, you can. Put on your lipstick. Put on your favorite jeans. Put on your favorite top. Put on your favorite music, even if it is Christmas music. Because my friend, I will tell you, my Christmas tree has been up now for a week. I have Santas all over my house. You can even see one in the back behind me if you're watching this on YouTube. But really, I put it up because I will tell you why I put it up. I was in the grocery store, the fresh market, just to say the fresh market. I was, because it's easy to go there. It's very civilized grocery store for some reason, I find. And it just to go there and listen to, they play the most lovely Christmas music. And it's not like screaming. It's like orchestras and yeah, the orchestras are playing it. It's like can be from the UK or whatever, but they've orchestra music playing Christmas songs. So you know what the songs are. There's no one singing words, but in your head, you're like, oh my gosh, for me, it brought me joy. It brought me like I got all this warmth inside of me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to put up my tree. It's gonna make me happy. And I did it. And if you don't like it, that's cool. You don't have to do it for you, but I did it for me. What anybody else thinks is none of your business, boo boo. None of your business. You got to fall in love with you. It's an inside job. It's not an outside job. You can have a room full of 100 people, and 99 people can say that you're an amazing person. And that one person who says, "Oh my God, can you believe she wore that outfit? Can you believe she said that?" I'm going to focus on that one person that said that. I'm not going to focus on the 99 because that's just what I do. So getting into that place inside of ourselves that we recognize what we're doing and change it. And it takes work. It takes work. It takes so much work. Wear something you can go click, click. This is not like that because that's a rubber band. Put a rubber band around your wrist. Get in the moments. Enjoy this time. Be okay with you. Get in the moment and just have some joy. Just watch, maybe go watch those dogs and talk about those dogs in tomorrow's, when they have the dog show, and watch a funny movie, watch a Christmas movie, do something that brings you joy. We can change this up. It's up to you. Are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to do it? I'm going to tell you, I have to do it all the time. I have to do it all the time. It's not just done and one and done. It's like constant work. Because guess what? I'm a searcher. I'm always going to search to be better. And that's what we're here to do on this planet, is to search and help others. So if you're out there, I am wishing you the best, best Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. If you decide to have 2 pieces of pie, who cares? Enjoy it. You can go walk more on Friday. Just take care of you. And know that what's in front of you is your family or the person that's next to you. And maybe it's your cat that you're with. Enjoy them and love them all as much as you can. And know that moment is all that matters. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Enjoy this moment. Get some joy. Get some joy, get some happiness, find the tools that work for you, get grounded, go in that shower and put that cold water on, and have a fabulous, fabulous Thanksgiving. I'm back on Monday. I have a guest, and I just want to tell you this. I love you. even though I don't know you, and I might know you, and you might be listening, and you might be one of my bestest friends, and you know I love you anyway. Whoever you are, I love you, and I'm sending you love this holiday season. And I want you to know that you are not alone, and you can do this. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. No more fear. Let's have some faith and let's get authentic and let's be ourselves today and not worry about what anybody else thinks. Sending big love. If you like my podcast, again, subscribe to my channels. If you want to be on my newsletter, because there's big stuff coming in 2024, I've got changes coming. Go to my website, elizabethchance.com, and you can sign up for my newsletter. Until next week, keep getting busy, living sober. Take care, everybody. Bye. Bye. Mwah. Love y'all. Bye.